All right, hello guys. Welcome to the podcast. We're at a little different backdrop today, as you can see. We're at the Jin Wu Koon training facility or gym at Chester Hill, and I'm here to talk to the Jin Wu Koon crew about line dancing. So with me, I've got Ian, Willis, and Chu. So hello guys.
How you going, mate?
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about Jin Wu Koon and how long it's been around for, and what you guys are about.
So, Jin Wu Koon started in Sydney around about the late 70s.
Yeah.
It started by Chan Chok Fei, who's our master. So we do various martial arts. We do kickboxing, Muay Thai, Chinese martial arts, Kung Fu. We do karate. We have jiu-jitsu at our gym as well. And obviously we've got line dance. So where are we at today? Line dance gym in Chester Hill. It's a separate gym apart from the martial arts gym, which is in Chippendale.
Yeah.
And we do this, sort of say, on a professional level.
So I mean, obviously, with Chinese New Year just kind of around the corner, like you guys are in the throes of preparing for it. Like I can see all the heads behind and everything like that. I've actually intruded on one of their training sessions today on a Saturday.
That's all good.
Yeah. So thanks for setting aside some time to talk to me. But I mean, like, what goes into preparing for Chinese New Year, or just like line dancing in general? Like what I mean, obviously it's a very physically demanding sport or activity.
Yeah. So what we do these days, what we specialise in is the actual high poles in line dance. So we represent Australia, jumping on 3-meter high stilts, and we've been doing this for the last 10 years, and that would be the pinnacle of our performance. So we train 3 days a week in preparation for Chinese New Year. Each training session is about an hour and a half long, 2 hours.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, going back to Chinese New Year, I mean, tell me how busy that gets. Like, do you have more than one performance a day, or?
Oh, I guess really. We actually do polls for Chinese New Year as well.
You do?
Yeah, we do. Chinese New Year this year is on the 19th, so it's a Thursday.
Yeah.
So typically shows will start, we've got shows starting from the Tuesday, which is the 17th, right through to Monday, every day straight. On the actual New Year day, we've got about 20 to 25 shows booked in for that New Year's Day itself.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's pretty hectic.
One day.
Yeah. From morning till right through to midnight.
So we split up into multiple teams.
Yeah.
Have shows at the same time. Go different parts of Sydney.
Yeah. How does that? You know how you got the eyelashes and stuff like that? Is it the all little levers inside the head?
Well, inside there's like a pulley system where one string will control the eyelids and the ears at the same time. So one hand will control that, and the other hand will control the mouth, and the rest of your body will control the line. Yeah.
Right. Okay. How do you pick up all those things? Is there a certain?
So a lot is just passed down from member to member. Most schools will do one style, like the southern style, but every school has their own variations on that.
Right. Yeah. Would you be able to pick up?
Yeah.
Where they're from, just by the way they dance.
Like certain countries have their own style of doing the things.
Even listening to the music, you can pretty much tell which group it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, the beat, you mean?
Yeah.
Because I was watching you guys practice just while I was setting up.
Yeah.
And there's all these. I can't explain it. It's like
yeah. To you, it might just sound like a bunch of gibberish from the drum, but to us, we can.
No, it's percussive. Yeah. Like I'm a bit into music as well, so I pick it up and I'm like, oh, there's like a little bit of syncopation there, and so it's interesting. So I mean, like, obviously, that is a skill set in itself.
Yeah. She spends a lot of time learning new beats. Like I said, adding new syncopation. Yeah, all these things. Yeah.
She's our world champion drummer.
No, not really. Not really.
Well, what about the other dudes? Like behind the cameras, you got them watching.
Oh, you got Matt Martell over there.
Yeah.
I don't know, Andy's hiding around the corner.
That's Melissa's head.
Yeah. I sometimes I hear you talking to each other, yelling to each other. Like when you're performing, are there like certain moves that I imagine there'd be a lot of communication under there, right? Like.
Not a lot. We try not to.
It's a rehearsed thing?
Yeah, it's rehearsed because it's so loud, and if you miscommunicate onto the line while you're performing, it can throw the whole routine off.
Yeah.
So we don't talk if it's really necessary. Like if you're not ready for a move, you have to shout I'm not ready. I'm gonna just.
Oh, okay,
Or
okay.
if like conditions change or something like that, you need to vary your routine from the original plan. You can say we're going to change the move here, what we're going to do next.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only time we actually communicate to each other underneath the line. Otherwise, we should know the routine.
Everything's rehearsed already.
Yeah. Okay, so it's very well rehearsed stance. Okay, because sometimes I hear you guys yelling. I was always wondering what you guys talking about. Like, I thought it was like when you watch those paintball guys and they're like, like they have code names for like certain formations. Or something.
Especially like the outdoor performance, you see that when it gets really windy, you gotta stop. You gotta time the jumps when the wind stops.
Oh, okay.
Stop, yeah.
So it's more like cueing each other, right?
Yeah,
More than anything else.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ian stuffs up a lot, so he gets
Like, have you guys ever screwed up on during performances, and like, is it easy to cover up like the fact that you guys screwed up, or sometimes it's just like?
Sometimes it is. Sometimes you just do a misstep. You just cover up. You just cross your feet over kind of stuff. Other times it's like a total fall. You just fall out of the line. You gotta just sort of climb back up, get back in. Get back
What do
in.
you do? Like, you gotta try and just forget about it and get back in.
Yeah, you gotta try and block that out as quick as possible, and then just get back into the routine.
Yeah. What's the worst spill that you guys have had?
Probably what? Oh yeah, the one where I broke my ribs. Yeah, there was a long run where my tail had me in the air, and we just missed the plate. We undershot it just a little bit. My toes clipped it, and I tipped forward and smashed my chest onto the plate.
On one of these?
On one of those plates, yeah. Oh. I ended up going to hospital, out for a few months.
Yeah.
Wasn't fun.
What about you, Willis?
I've stacked it many times. I don't even know where to start.
Can see them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Really?
Probably could.
I think the worst thing is falling off the poles during a performance. That's got to be the worst, time to fall down, because it's such a big show, and you don't want to fall off, off the poles during the performance. Overseas, if you fall off and you're performing for a, business opening, business owners would sometimes complain that, that's bad luck because the line fell down.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Whereas over here, it's a little bit different. You fall off, the crowd would be like, they realise how hard the actual performance is.
Yeah.
And you falling off, amplifies that, effort into performing. So it's kind of a good and bad thing.
Yeah, so it's different mentality.
Yeah.
So you said you performed overseas. What countries have you have you?
Oh, all through Asia.
Yeah, mostly Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong, China.
Why don't you tell me about your first time performing in competition in Malaysia?
We fell.
And what you learned from it.
Walk everyone
I
through
think we fell like 3 times, like two major falls where I came off the poles completely, and one stumble. I think we were just a bit overconfident the first time. My first competition. We went into it a bit too hard, and then kind of overshot a lot of my moves. So,
This is not the one where you break your ribs, right?
Oh no!
Right.
The ribs was actually in training, so it
okay.
wasn't too bad. Yeah. No one saw it.
So where was this? Where was this first overseas?
My first comp was in Malaysia.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the World Championships actually.
Oh, okay. And that's what you're talking about with the spills. Were you there as well? Was everybody there? The whole crew was there?
Yeah, we all were there.
Yeah, I think we sent 2 teams.
We had 2 teams up that year. So Ian was in one line, I was in the other line.
Right. And how do these competitions work?
That one we're talking about is the World Championships. Each country is allowed to send 2 teams to compete, and then
3 teams now.
Oh, 3 teams now. Oh yeah. So each country will have their own internal competition, and the top 3 teams will go and compete at the World Championships.
Okay. So each country can send 3 teams, and Jin Wu Koon was like, you had 2 teams there, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So is there like a governing body for line dancing in Australia that sort of determines who goes, or?
We don't have a governing body in Australia yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because there's only a handful of us that do the pole jumping.
Yep.
We always get the invite to that particular comp because we've been doing it for a number of years now, since 2008. Was that our first year? 2006?
2006.
Yeah.
2006 was our first year there. So that competition is once every 2 years, and that's pretty much like the Olympics for line dance.
Wow. Okay.
The government sponsors line dance over there. It's recognised as one of the cultural heritage in Malaysia. So it's a pretty big sport over there.
So have you got what other big events have you got coming up for for
Yeah,
Chinese New Year this
so
year?
our bigger events, we'll have 4 shows at Market City this year, starting on the 21st and 22nd, so Saturday, Sunday, and the weekend after that. We'll be jumping poles 1:30 and 3:30. Yeah, so come down and check it out.
Okay, cool. All right. I think that's probably a good place to wrap it up.
Yep.
Yep. So thank you guys for giving up part of your training session to chat to me about it.
Thanks for coming down, mate.
Yeah, no problems, no problems. I'll probably hang around a little bit and watch you guys train and try and get some
Definitely.
shots of it. So
Nice.
thank you.
Awesome.
Cheers, mate.
All right, cheers.